hi then, welcome to another video, welcome to Friday. Got the orange 2016 Giant TCR Advanced Pro in my work stand. I've taken the front wheel out. I don't think you can see that, I'm knocking stuff over because of the angle so you can see me, but anyway the front wheel is out. The front wheel is here. Whilst we're at this, actually I'll show you this. So I've noticed a problem with this Scribe front wheel. I've got to message Scribe about it actually. So I noticed that it's at 1500 miles when I was washing the bike. I've been starting to get a noise when I move the bike, and I don't know whether you can see, but the front axle there, you can hear it. It moves in and out. It's loose. Now if you take this quick release skewer out, like so, and these end caps pull off, and the axle pulls out, just a spacer. And if you put the end cap back on, there's just an O-ring in the inside, and if you measure that distance there, when it's not in the bike, it's exactly the same as when it's actually in the wheel. So I'm not quite sure what's happening. There's no adjustment, and when you put it in, it does that hard lock. So I'm puzzled. I don't know what is going on, and it won't tighten up and squash up anymore, but it's moving. So the only thing that I can think is that the bearings themselves in the wheel, in the hub, have moved, but they don't look like they've moved. So it's really weird, and there's no spacers missing. So I'm not quite sure what's going on, so I've got to message them and ask them. But can you see the tiny little spider that I've got on my wheel? You probably can't see it just here. A little teeny weeny spider. So anyway, I've got to contact them about that and ask them about that. Not sure what it is. Just put it back together for now. So yeah, you put that in, and it moves. On to the purpose of today's video. Headset bearings. Lower headset bearing has gone rough. So I mentioned in a previous video that I was trying to get some new ones, couldn't get hold of any. Not the S, so these are FSA bearings, couldn't get hold of any. So which bearings in the UK? Which bearings? I've got some from Which Bearings. So it's an Enduro bearing that I've got, matched up the part numbers, measured it, that sort of thing. That's the bottom, and then the top one is their own. For the minute I've got in there, because again nobody else does that. So it doesn't say how much, I'm afraid, on here, so I can't tell you how much it was, but I know it was like 40 odd pounds. So it was relatively expensive, but it was the only thing I can do because I need it. So I'm going to take this apart. We'll probably speed it up while I take it apart. Fit the new bearing, shove that back together. Before I do though, we're going to check and compare and make sure they're actually the right size. And then I'm going to try and do something with this bottom on. I'm going to try and take the seals out, wash it out, repack it, re-grease it as a spur. Top one's not so bad, the top's okay, it's that bottom one. Right, so let's get on to that, let's get that done. Useful tip, keep things in the right order. Old egg box carton, and then you can put your spacers in the right order and not lose them. So now you'll be able to see, I've got all those in there. Top bearing. So let's compare the top bearing. That looks the same. Bottom. So you can be able to hear it. It's relatively noisy and it's got a rough spot. Right, let's compare that to the new one. So that is, I can't remember the exact size. So external, if you can see what it says. It's 46.9. Internal 36.1. No, sorry, 36.85. Again, I don't know whether you can see. 36.85. And then it's got a 45-degree taper here. And it's got a 45-degree taper here. So let's have a look at this new one. Does it look the same? Yes. And I should say as well, it's 7mm that way. So does the new one fit? 7. $36.8 with the plastic, 46.9. So that's correct. So I can open it and take it out of the packet. It's quiet. Yep, that's a direct comparison. So what I'm going to try and do with this one is flip the seals out, take them out from the inner surface this way, that way, like that. It's going to be difficult to do because they're really tiny. Wash it out and repack it with grease. Put the seals back. That's what I'm going to try and do. Right, grease these new bearings up. So there we go, back together, torqued back up, had to do the compression plug up to 8 to stop it moving, so a lot freer. Took it off first, you know, set the play, make sure that's right, and just turn it round so you can see what I mean. You can hear it, and no rocking, and it's a lot freer now with those new bearings. So the only other thing I need to do is just check I've not got any grease come out anywhere, which I've not, that's fine. So just got to ask Scribe about this front wheel. So thanks for watching, see you in the next one, take care, check your headset bearings.